Hello guys, it's Shockwave King back once again. Alright, I go on a hiatus and I come back, go on a hiatus. I am very cautious of this video I'm about to make because the last time I made videos like this on this subject, it just the rising sun came up to put my service down. They showed up relentlessly and savagely and put me down. Right? But yeah, you guys saw the title of the video. Baki 2018. Is the whole sumo tournament a waste of time? Yes, I dare ask the question because you look at the entire thing from the beginning. We got all these sumo wrestlers like the Thruster, and I think it's like the one I fought Dopo Roshi, that one, the whole old school master of sumo, and the Ozeki. We had all these guys hyped up with these preliminaries with these MMA fighters, and then in the actual fights, Subukawa is just, he flips him, drops him once, and he goes down permanently. Dopo Roshi, sure, he puts up a good fight. I think it's like, you know, like Terugi. But look at Dopo what happened. He still gets beaten. And it's just like, honestly, besides from like a dislocated elbow, Dopo Roshi didn't take any damage. And then when he's about to get finished, he just can come back because, you know, that heel kick is also part of karate. So it's just like, even then, it just doesn't too much matter. And then, like, even now, expected, right, we got two, maybe the sumo wrestlers might get something, alright? I thought maybe, but it's just, you look at the fight between, Hamayama and the Thruster. I don't think it's like actually like Chacho or something. I forgot what it was, alright? It's been a while since I heard the actual name of these characters. But if you look at that fight as well, it's just, like, he starts slapping the mess out of Hamayama, and just, Hamayama's just like, he's just smacking paper against my face. It's just like, and then like Hamayama hit him once at first. I'm pretty sure his nose is broken. Maybe the image I drew was more graphic than what it actually was. I'm pretty sure his nose is broken. That's too much blood. And that's from one hit, and he was laid flat out. And you saw him like struggling to get up, which is, I found that hilarious. He was like, and then when Hamayama hit him, he started crying. It looked like he was crying on the way down. Man, I didn't exaggerate that from the with the drawing guy did. That was an exaggeration. There was tears in that panel, but I'm not going to show them because, you know, the rising sun gonna come in and put me down. Like, but he just, throughout this entire tournament, right, at this point, I'm already saying it's 3 for 3. Hamayama's gonna beat this man to death. He's not gonna survive. He even smacking Hamayama for like in a complete chapter. Hamayama's just like it's just nothing. Hamayama's not even bleeding, a black eye, nothing. He's just been smacking on meat this entire time, like he's just hitting the sandbag. It's just like, Hamayama's just like, he's like, all right, then. All right, I gave you everything I got. Hit me with everything. Hit me with everything. You got hit once. Launched across the arena. He busted up and broke your nose and everything. And you still want more. You still want more after that. Like the first hit wasn't good enough. It's just like, what makes it, like he hits him again. And he's going up for an uppercut. The fight is over. The fight is over. I was expecting a lot from the Thruster. I really was. Maybe my expectations were set way too high. Because I was expecting with this fight that, you know, we got one of the hardest street fighters, one of the hardest cold-blooded street fighters, Hamayama, the Yakuza out of Japan, versus the Thruster, where his smacks and hits are just short of files of how brutal they are. And then we get into the actual fight. Hamayama hits him once outright. I knew in a chapter when he blacked out, he was like, what happened? I knew then it was just like, he's gone, man. He gone. He gets hit. Hamayama done busted up his nose, knocked all the teeth out of his mouth like he was Jack Harmon versus Baki. And it's just like, are you serious? In one chapter, then like we had an entire chapter where he was just getting up. And when he started to get the advantage, he can't bust Hamayama. He just can't do anything. One with some light bruising marks. That's it. But like you couldn't knock him off his feet. You couldn't really. You couldn't do that. So it's just like, so far it's about to be 3 for 3, and it's just like, who else we got left? We got Kazumi up next. We got Nomi no Sukuna. Yeah, I think it's rather Nomi no Sukuna. Yeah, Kazumi next, Baki, and then after that we got Nomi no Sukuna as last. At this point, it's just like we're just wasting chapters at this point, in my opinion. Like seriously, all these sumo wrestlers getting beaten. No, I don't think this is the entirety of the arc, because number one, that's way too short for that. Even for Itagaki, that's way too short. And then it's just like, I question why the recent anime introduced Tokyo Revenge 4 because it didn't take place in it's rather in between Son of Ogre and Baki Do, or in between New Grappler Baki and Son of Ogre. It's somewhere in between those two. Is when Tokyo Revenge was originally released. But even then, it's just. Let's say this. There's a way to make this arc more entertaining, but it's just at the current light, Kazuma's gonna hit that sumo wrestler. That I forgot his name. I forgot which one it is. I remember. Yeah, I remember his face, but I forgot what he's good at. He's just gonna hit him with the Mach 1 punch. He's gonna go down. He just, well, not instantly, but I don't know. It's a Gake. He might spend an entire chapter explaining what happened, and he might not. It depends on how he feels. All right, it depends on how he feels at the moment. But it's just I've been watching this for like a while now. I was recently reporting on a manga before I stopped because, you know, the rising sun put me down. I'm talking about the Mocha. I'm not talking about the country, not the people. I'm talking about the multimedia conglomerate that also run the Japanese writing skill. They shut me down. But yeah. It's just, so that's why I stopped covering it. But I've been keeping up with it in my own personal life and time. It's just I'm over here just watching these chapters. Just like, how many more times must these sumo wrestlers get beaten? All right, how many more times? And then the whole Doppo Orochi one, he goes down. No. I forgot what happened. I think he was just KO'd. And then it's just like, you know, you want a match. I'm gonna roll over on the ground and just. All I'm saying is, I understand that it's not gonna be the entirety of the arc, but all I'm saying is this entire arc a waste of time? Do I even need to continue reading until like something interesting happens? Alright, so we have not seen, look, I'll say, also a confirmed fact, until we see Yujiro Hama, our arc has not started. Alright, that's it's just what it is. It's just a basic fact that Yujiro Hama, even though he doesn't do anything, he must show up. Like the whole pickle arc, he was just there just literally just to be there. There's no minor reason behind it at all. He was just there just to be there, and that's just what it was. It's just what it was. That's just how it's structured, Billy. That's just how it happens. So am I mad about that? Just no, but it's just, I just want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. Now, I do want to say that there could be something interesting that happens with Nomi no Shikune, but with Baki and with Kazumi, it's just, do we even need to see them fight at all? Like seriously. Now, there's the one thing, Baki is going against a shorter guy this time around. Usually, Baki's a midget, especially like Son of Ogre, he was always the shortest one. But, I just hope that Itagaki is just not wasting our time, because it's just like, it's just like with super manga, but I'm making a total separate video about that. But it's just, I just want to know, it's just like, maybe you guys can give me an answer, because it's not looking good for these sumo wrestlers. They're getting beaten and battered and beaten and battered. That's it. Itagaki spent entire pages. Look at the way Nomi no Shikune's short. Now, there is an exception. Nomi no Shikune is not a common day sumo wrestler. He's a classic sumo wrestler where you have to beat your opponent to death, like his predecessor Nomi no Shikune 1. So he is a different type of sumo wrestler. But it's just, and one of my fears was, oh, they'll be doing sumo, but that's not the case. Maybe Baki might pull out some sumo stuff. Now since that's not the case, it's just been one-sided. It's just, now I think about, what can a sumo wrestler do to actually hurt like a mixed martial artist, or as Itagaki like to say, a grappler. Instead of just calling him mixed martial artist, just to call him a grappler. Honestly, could do it would be interesting to see how Retsu Kaya would be take on one of these guys, but it's just, we all know what happened to Retsu Kaya. The Chinese fell to the Japanese again. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. But I just hope he hasn't wasted our time, because I do believe the prisoners, the death row prisoners, will come back. But if they do, you just gotta wonder how. Now, if they crash the tournament and just start attacking everybody, now that'd be some sick shit. Like, you gotta admit, if that actually happens and it upset the tournament, and you get Nomi no Shikune, cause like, we know of course Baki and Nomi no Shikune is gonna actually have a serious fight, but it's already been set up and established. Another cool in the fact that Nomi no Shikune has yet to meet Yujiro Hama. Now I think about it, there's not one major opponent Baki has fought that haven't met Yujiro Hama. Now I think about it. Let me see. Jack met Yujiro in the maximum tournament. The Yashe met Yujiro later. Again, his head decapitated. What else? Post that. The death row prisoners. Nayagi met Yujiro. So Yujiro pinned. It's just like eventually they're gonna all have to meet Yujiro Hama. Also another cool the fact that Sikorsky met Yujiro Hama also. So it's just like you don't get a chance to fight Baki until you meet Yujiro Hama. Well, fight him legitimately. That's why Baki showed up and kicked Specs in his Sikorsky in his nuts. But what else? After that, Olivia Biscuit then met Yujiro Hama, and Pickle met Yujiro Hama, and then Yujiro just said, "I'm out this bitch." And the last arc in Son of Ogre was just the Yujiro arc anyway. So, and with Masashi Miyamoto, of course, not only was Yujiro hyped up to fight him, he also met Yujiro Hama. So, none of these sumo wrestlers have met Yujiro Hama. We haven't even seen Yujiro Hama ever since New Bakudo returned. So, well, he has been mentioned with the whole crushing diamond thing that he can also do like Nomi no Shikune, which if you thought he wouldn't be able to do that, then what drugs are you on? I'm sorry. Anybody who says that Baki beat Yujiro, you're on drugs. Baki was basically nearly, he was crippled. This is imagination with his fighting spirit, and Yujiro acknowledged that he's not the only strongest person in the world, which is not surprising to anybody. And Baki's like, he admitted that he lost to his father. So Yujiro is still the strongest. So whoever tell you that is on drugs, that he is somehow still, he beat his father, he on drugs. But yeah, to sum up the video, I just hope that the whole sumo wrestlers that we're just not wasting our time. Because so far, every single one of them has been beaten. Brutally, and embarrassed. Especially Ozeki. Ozeki was through Shibukawa and cracked his eye and everything. But next thing you know, Shibukawa stick his fingers up his nose, and next thing you know, Ozeki goes down, and he goes down. All it takes is one major flip, and Ozeki goes down. It's just that easy. Same thing with the guy who fought Doppo Orochi. Now he was doing well. No, the first Doppo Orochi was beating him, cut off his ear with his foot and everything. Next thing you know, it just he retaliates, does some decent damage, slammed Doppo Orochi into the barrier of the wall, actually dislocates Doppo Orochi's elbow, and it's just like Billy. Like this game plan you're seeing is like terrible. He's just like Billy, come on, and then. You better get hit by a heel kick. Oh, you know that's... And the thing is, if Shirugi would have hit him with anything else, well, Doppo Orochi would get hit by it, because technically, attacking anybody from the ground can be used as something from karate, so it's not really an excuse, but some karate moves, then he goes down. And we already know about the thruster, what's happening to him. Just get hit right in his face, and then uppercut after that. But how many Yama's gonna kill this? It's already. I don't know, you guys thought. Do you believe that this entire tournament is a waste of time? Because I'm starting to believe that this entire thing is a waste of time. Itagaki, you're wasting my time. Unless Pickle gonna show up and give somebody the hands, it's just, or Yujiro, it's just like, what's the point? Is Yujiro gonna come out when Baki fights or Kazumi fights and say this is a waste of time? You're not proving nothing. You're not proving nothing. Also, we haven't seen Kazumi fight Yujiro either, and the reason I said it is I bring it up this last minute because it was mentioned or said by Yujiro the reason why no one takes Kazumi seriously because he acts like that when he's with the whole when he was going to meet Pickle for the first time and infiltrate the military base. So it's not like Kazumi needs to, but it's just like with Jack. Jack's supposed to have been father's father already, especially the fact that Baki already took his chance at it. And you couldn't even hear that off screen. But then again, we haven't seen Jack at all this arc, so maybe he will make a cameo appearance. Maybe he will fight. Maybe he won't. Who knows? I'm not gonna guarantee anything. I promise anything. But I want to know you guys thought. Do you believe that this entire arc, this entire Sumo tournament arc, is a waste of time? Because I'm starting to think it is. Because it's just like one after another of these sumo wrestlers. I gotta admit, Taku Tsurugi put up the most fight, but then look what happened to him. Just get obliterated. And just go. And the thing is just like when they get beaten up and goes down, they don't even put up a fight on the way down. They just go down. So if people been shocked with count, you guys' thoughts. Do you believe the tournament is a waste of time, or do you believe that we're gonna actually get something from this? Because we haven't gotten anything at all. We haven't done nothing, and maybe it's just me. People been shocked with King, and I don't know the guy's opinion. You know, peace.